Offer is if you introduce me to my husband and I marry him, I will give you $5,000. I don't have to stay married to him for long. I can get divorced in 20 years. It doesn't matter. But if you introduce me to a man that I walk down the aisle and get married to, I will give you $5,000.
Welcome back to DVL. The dating game has changed from chance encounters like in rom-coms to swiping your future depends on it. And our next guest is cutting right to the chase, offering $5,000 to anyone who can find her a husband. Please welcome to the show, Eve Tilley-Coulson. Yes. Hi.
Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey. Okay, I love this.
Yeah, me too.
I love everything about the idea of just putting yourself out there. Now, what prompted you to first put yourself out there like this, and were you surprised by how much attention it's got?
Sure. So I had always kind of said to all my friends, you guys probably know someone, like, don't you have a friend? Don't you have a brother? And they would consistently tell me yes, but they'd never actually set me up with anybody. So one day after a couple glasses of wine, I was just kind of like, okay, I'll sweeten the pot a little for $5,000. And they laughed, but then that kind of just started me saying that to them every, few months when we talk about it. And I think that, when you've been married for a while, you forget what it's like to be single. And so I just wanted to give them a little bit of an incentive to maybe, help me out.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. So how many dates have you been on, and what's the vetting process been like?
Dates since I put this out there, or dates generally?
How often do you go on dates?
So I would say I go through phases, right? But I would say I try to go on at least, a date every week or two. I think it's important to go out with people who you might not necessarily from the onset think are your type. And it also just helps you become a better dater and become better at listening and, putting yourself out there and feeling more comfortable.
All right, Eve, I got a question for you because I got a buddy in Los Angeles, very well off. He's a lawyer, so I'm trying to partake in that $5,000, by the way.
Hey, love it.
What I want to know is who pays for these dates? If you're going out once a week, who pays for the dates typically?
It varies. I would say that if they ask me on a date and they tell me we're going to X restaurant or X bar and getting drinks, and they pick the time, the location, and sometimes they even order. For the most part, they pick up the tab. I would say sometimes it's something more casual, like you notice that you're, having banter with someone. Maybe you see at the dog park regularly and you decide to grab a drink and it's a little bit romantic. And then I would say, it's normally split.
Oh, okay. I just wondering how that works out.
Okay, this question just for me. How'd you come up with the 5,000? Like, because it could have been 4, could have been 1,000.
Right.
I'm sure. I'm curious.
That's a good question.
I feel like it had to be enough that people took it seriously and enough that it was like significant, right? But also, if you think about it, like people who buy nice, like golden retriever pure breed dogs pay about $5,000. So it's not so much that it's like out of the realm of possibility or comprehension. And I didn't want it to be all about the money. So I thought more than $5,000, it would start to become a little bit all about the money.
Okay, I'm getting real serious about this. What are some essential qualities you're looking for in a guy?
You want in too.
I do want in. I'm good at this. I am good at
You're a little
this.
yenta. That's right.
I love this. Well, you also get an invite to the wedding. So, it's like
Okay,
it's a
now,
twofer.
here we go. Now, throw in the firstborn child and I can be the godmother. And we're talking.
So do you want like physical characteristics or personality characteristics or a combination?
Whatever comes to mind in your top 5, it could be physical, it could be personality,
Okay.
it could be anything.
So I'm 5'10". I get a lot of hate for this, but I would like him to be 5'10" or taller.
Okay.
Largely because I find that some men are a little bit insecure about my height and they don't necessarily want me to wear heels or,
But child,
and
you
that
do
is
not have to qualify this. This is what you
This is
want.
your thing.
Be very clear.
Okay, I appreciate that. So 5'10" or taller, and then I describe my perfect man or ideal man is like the perfect wedding date. He's going to check in on me, but can also work the room, can talk about a lot of topics, has good manners, isn't going to do anything that I would have to be worried about or embarrass me. It could dance with my grandmother, take a shot with my brother, just like kind of that well-rounded, charismatic man. But I played soccer for the majority of my life. So I would love someone who was into sports, into the outdoors, and definitely wants kids and a family.
And what about in terms of like a career?
Yeah, so I'm probably the most open of all my friends on this one. don't care what he does or how much he makes, as long as he's passionate about it and has ambition and wants to move forward in that career. And especially if he's supportive of mine, because I have a career that takes quite a bit of time, and I've had men in the past not love that. So as long as he's also supportive of me having one, then I think it's a good match.
I love this. By the way, Damn She's Cute just wrote in and says, and she looks like Katherine Heigl, but less angry looking. So that is lovely for you to hear. DBL Nation, don't you think you want in on this too? If you know someone that might be just a great fit for Eve, send a DM. We're slipping the DMs to
Sliding
at
in
Eve.
the DMs.
Oh,
not
sliding?
Slipping in them.
Okay.
Not banana peels.
Whatever. At Eve Tilley on TikTok or Instagram. Also check out Eve's new dating app. It's at thearrow.app. Thank you so much, Eve.
Just to qualify, if you do find a husband through this show, we get a little piece of the action or what?
Yeah, we get a little
Yeah, 5,000 your way.
There we go. But I don't want to come to the wedding, though. I just want the cash.
That's so good. I'll be at the wedding. Mazel tov. Thank you so much, Eve. We'll be right back. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.